Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So I found this really cool mom tag questionnaire online for YouTube, and I thought I would give it a shot and hopefully don't run my mouth for 30 minutes because I know none of y'all are gonna watch for the full 30. I know, YouTube tells me, I know. Just kidding. All right, so here we go. I'm gonna answer them. It's 20 questions, so some of them I think will be short and sweet, and hopefully I don't cry because moms do that. I kind of want to make this fun and tag one of my mom friends. So Joe Michelle, I am coming for you, girl. I'm gonna tag you in this video. I'm gonna try to post the questions in the bio so that you have them. I really think that you would have fun answering these about little Liam, so please give it a shot. And any other moms that wanna make this video, please feel free to use these questions. They're really fun. Again, I found them randomly online. So here we go. So the first question is, how old is your first child? So my first child is going to be 9 next week on the 11th, July. Okay, so the next question is, hardest thing about being pregnant for 9 months? The hardest thing I would have to say, because I actually really enjoyed pregnancy, even though my third pregnancy kind of sucked really bad, is just kind of somebody just takes over your body. So if there are days where you just don't feel good, and the weight is super heavy and your stomach is just pressing down on you and you just feel like crap, there's nothing you can really do about it. So there's no magic pill to make it go away or anything that can help. So that kind of is the hardest thing about being pregnant for me. Obviously, if you have complications or something that makes you high risk, that can be really difficult as well. Obviously, if you have a medical condition or anything like that, that's probably going to be the hardest thing for you. But for me, even with being high risk at times, the hardest thing was just kind of, there's nothing to really help when you're uncomfortable. So that can be difficult. The third question is, any good things about being pregnant for 9 months? Can you name any good things? Of course I can name good things. I'm one of those people that do really love being pregnant. I love getting the big belly. I love feeling the baby move. Seeing the baby on an ultrasound is something I really, really love. You get to feel your baby. It's just you and your baby for 9 months. Hopefully you make it that long, and you have a healthy baby. So those are those things, being able to feel them, kind of having them to yourself for 9 months, you know, being able to see them on ultrasound, watch your belly grow, all those things were really, really cool to me. Were any opinions that people had on childbirth or any advice that they gave you accurate, or did you find them completely false? So for me, a lot of what I saw on TV or heard about childbirth from people that I knew was not accurate. There was no screaming at my childbirth. There was no panicking. I just tend to be really calm in situations like that. I did, however, have someone next to me screaming, and so it's different for everybody. So it's kind of hard to pinpoint whether things were kind of really out there or not, because one person's childbirth can be really extreme and crazy, and then someone else is really calm and natural and not so bad. So for me, most of what I was told or was depicted on TV, movies, things like that, were not true for me. The fifth question is, would I do anything about my childbirths differently? If I could have, I would have held on to Aiden a little longer, because he was born at 36 weeks. He tried to come at 34. However, he was healthy. So really, I had to think of something to pick for that question, but there is really nothing. Like I said, I had really good childbirth experiences, even when they got a little kind of scary or challenging. There was nothing about them that traumatized me to the point where I didn't end up pregnant for the 4th. Any advice for new mom? To just take what people say to you, but then do what you're gonna do, because everybody's lives are different. You know, I had my first daughter when I was 20. Well, I was 21, but I got pregnant for her when I was 20, and there were a lot of people who thought that because of only my age and where we were at in our lives that we couldn't handle that, and I think that we're really great parents. So just take what people tell you and then mold it to fit your life. So if your friend is like, man, I sleep with my kid every night, I love it, I don't care that there are studies that say I could suffocate my baby, but you think, don't really want to suffocate my baby, maybe co-sleep them in a different bed but right next to yours. You know, like, take people's advice. Hopefully it's loving, and hopefully it's not, you know, someone who's condescending and trying to make you feel like you don't know what you're doing, but take their advice, say thank you, and then mold it to your experiences and your life. Because at the end of the day, it's your baby. You're the one that's going to grow with your baby and learn what they like. And not every baby likes swaddling, and not every baby likes breastfeeding. Some babies don't take to it, and there's just so many things. So take the advice that a new mom is going to give you, or an OG mom is going to give you, and then mold it to your own baby and experiences, because not everything is going to fit your life. And don't let anyone make you feel bad if it doesn't fit your life. I will come after them. Just saying. Hardest thing about being a new mom. So probably the hardest thing about being a new mom, I would say most moms would say the lack of sleep, because you have to kind of get used to somebody just waking you up every couple of hours. But for me, I think it was other people's input, because it's unwanted. So yeah, that was the hardest thing. Especially when I had my first, I think people thought I needed advice, and I felt like I had it pretty on lock. So I think that was the hardest thing, is that people are gonna kind of come at you from all angles telling you that you need to do this and that. And again, just follow what feels right for you and your baby. If you are not hurting your baby, if you are not abusing your baby, then you're doing your part as a parent to take care of that baby. So just follow your heart. The most rewarding thing about being a parent. So I have to say that there are a lot of rewarding parts about being a parent. Seeing kind of your hard work pay off, whether it's hard work like get up at 3 a.m. to go to work, or whether it's you've been teaching them a new thing and they just finally, like, it clicked and they got it. Seeing those type of things pay off is really cool. Getting hugs from your kid is like nothing in this world. Literally nothing in this world. Like, I don't care what anyone says, like, a hug from a baby is like, it'll change your whole day. So most surprising thing about being a mom, or becoming a mom, having children, is how patient I can be when they're acting crazy. Best memory with my kids. So there's obviously a ton of kids. I've had a child for 9 years now. My second is going to be 5 on his next birthday, and my third is going to be 3. And I got one cooking. So there's a lot of memories, but I would have to say, whenever we take them on vacation, we've taken them several times to San Diego, we've taken them to Disney, we've taken them to Universal Studios, we go to New York to visit family. So they've been a lot of places, and those memories always stick out because we're always super relaxed. Nobody's got to work. We have access to a beach. Those memories are my favorite kind of memories to make with my kids. Most exciting milestone. So I think I'm starting to speed talk because I feel like this video is going to be like 40 minutes. But most exciting milestone is, for me, is when you can make your baby smile for the first time, where it's not gas and you don't have to like second guess. Like, they actually thought something you did was funny and they start smiling. So for me, that's a really cool milestone. The worst thing that my child has done. Okay, so I get like the glares from other parents. Any mom knows, the second she says, my kid's never thrown a tantrum, other moms look at you like, but it's true. I don't really have tantrum throwing kids. My sons kind of try to test me a little bit here, but when we go out, if I'm in a public place with them, they've never tried me in that way. I will say, sometimes at home they get a little crazy, but I can't really think of something that they've done that's like so crazy. My son did lock our cat in the fridge for like an hour, but she was completely fine. And it was an accident. She crawled in there while he was getting a juice. So, it happens. And Sophia did cut her hair when she was little, but she cut it in a way that actually made layers. So I just took her to a salon and they like layered out the other half and it was completely fine. Right now they sound like they're destroying the house, so maybe that'll be the worst thing, and you'll see that on the end of this video. Habits I wish my kids didn't have. So my kids are snackers because, well, Jason's not gonna watch this probably, so I'm just gonna blame it on him. He likes soda and he gives them soda when he has it. I don't buy it for my house, but he does give it to them when he has it. And they love cookies and candy, and my mom will buy them all the sweets and stuff that they want. So they are snackers, and I'm just like, I just don't want them to like have a high blood pressure when they're old, that's all. Habits that make me proud. So my kids are super polite. I've been told multiple times on airplanes, in restaurants, at shows, movies, that my kids were quiet. They were good, they listened, they were polite to other people, they say thank you. We recently had, I bought them new beds, so the delivery guys came and put together their beds, and my 2-year-old walks in and thanks the guy for putting together his bed. They say thank you to me. You know, they're just polite kids, and I really love that, and I really like that other people acknowledge that, because I think kids get a bad rap and moms get a bad rap, like, oh, you let your kid do whatever they want, and oh my God, did you see those kids in the restaurant? Or these kids are definitely gonna cry when they come in here because they're toddlers, and it's like, my kids are not like that. So I take them to eat often. They've never once had a meltdown. I have 3 kids, 9 to 3, and they've never cried in a restaurant or made it so that I had to like leave a place. If they've had a moment where I have to kind of remove them from a situation, they get it and they snap back into reality, and I'm able to bring them back in, and you know, because I'm not one of those parents that's going to let my kid act crazy either. So if my kid starts to cry, we're going to go figure out what's bothering you and we're going to fix it. So number 15 is similarities with your kids. So my third, his name is Aiden. I call him A. He is me in a little boy's body. He has an attitude. He has just this disposition that's like, don't smile at me, I don't know you, don't smile at me because I don't know you, strange lady. Like, he does not, you know how some kids are like super trusting of just anybody, and they're like, oh, hi lady, are you grandma? Like, that is not A. Like, he is just not a people person. Neither am I. And that, I mean, he has my exact personality. So when he tries to give me toot, it's like, how can I even be mad at you? Because you're me. Where would you like to see your kids in 10 years? This answer is pretty simple. Even though Sophia would be 19, Isaiah will be 14, and A will be almost 13. I just want them to be happy wherever they are at in their lives. That's kind of, I think, what every parent wants for their kids. So definitely just happy. Something having a child taught you. So again, that you can be patient. There are more things to life than kind of material things. Not that I was super materialistic before. I've never had enough money to be that materialistic, y'all. But it just teaches you the important things, that memories are more important than tangible things. I'd rather never have a huge savings if I could go on vacation often with my kids. It wouldn't bother me. I would rather, you know, have those memories than have things that I can hold on to. And so, okay, so the next question is, did I imagine that I would have a child at the age that I did? My first child, I'm assuming. So, no, I actually didn't think that I would have a child at 20 or 21. I thought I would have one young. I'm gonna be real honest with y'all. I kind of always saw myself as a mother. I've always been motherly. When I was 20, I wasn't like going out to clubs and drinking and like getting drunk and like high and like doing all of that stuff even before I was pregnant. That just kind of wasn't my scene. Like, Jason and I kind of have always been, because we've been together since I was 16 years old, since we were both 16 years old. And we were never those people who, and there's nothing wrong with being those people who like to go out and kind of party and get it all out of their system, but we knew early on that what we were working towards was being able to live together, being able to support ourselves, being able to have kids and have like a good life. So from very early on, those were our goals. I have letters still from him in my closet, from him being 16 years old, talking about, I'm trying to save up money so we can move in together eventually, and we can have kids, and I want to buy a house, and I want to do this. And, you know, those were always our goals. So for me, I didn't imagine at 20 or 21, but I did always imagine young. And I think having Sophia was the biggest blessing in our lives, because it really kicked us into this mode of like, okay, you know, like we cannot fail. We have to consistently get better. And that is what we've done for the last 9 years of her short life. We have consistently gotten better. So we've lived in nicer places, bigger places, you know, nicer cars. You know, we're not where we want to be, but we kept that word of just making our lives better from that point on. And so I think I did always see me being a younger mom, just maybe not 20, 21, maybe like 24, something like that. Describe your kids in a single sentence. So for Sophia, I would have to say she's brave. And I'm just going to do single word. She's brave. Isaiah is loving. And Aiden is crazy. Sorry, A. And then how has having children changed you? So again, it just kind of takes the selfish right out of you, or it should. Because some of y'all, I don't know, but it should, and it did. So not that I was ever, again, like a super self-centered person, but everything does shift from being about you and what you want in life, and things that you want for yourself, to kind of, okay, what do I want for myself that's gonna benefit my children, benefit my family? Everything I do is done with the thought that it's gonna benefit all of us, all 5 of us, soon to be 6, because I think that is how to do it. I think that's how you're gonna succeed. So for me, I'd have to say it put me in that mindset of a community and not just a single person. It's all of us together. How is this gonna benefit me and my children, not just me? And I think having a kid probably does that to most people. I think if it doesn't do that to you, then perhaps you should have just waited just a little bit to have that kid. I'm just saying. So those were all 20 of the questions. I'm sure you guys are done listening to me talk, if you've even made it this far, which YouTube tells me that you haven't. So if you've made it this far, leave a comment down below. Shoot me a text if you know me. Let me know that you actually watched the last question. And I will see you guys in my next video. You guys, thank you so much for supporting my channel. I'm almost at 100,000 views. So please keep watching, and I will catch you guys in my next video. Bye.